And welcome to the BTG Podcast. I am Cronin J, known
And
as
I'm
Cronin.
and I am Terrell.
I'm messing you up
I'm
already.
nah. Hey, we
You're
start
not
off like that
Cronin.
way. I am Terrell. I'm sorry.
No, you're not Cronin. That's all that matters.
No, I heard Cronin. I heard Cronin was a much cooler person, anyways. So
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
no problem.
So, yeah, this is BTG Podcast brought to you by BreakTheGame.net. And right now I'm being very unprofessional and watching the Boston Majors, so I can't think of a proper intro.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of podcasters and stuff that's recording, if there's a live event going on, we have to pay attention to that just to give you updates, just in case you're listening in your car or something. You want to hear about it, so.
Oh, probably not going to give you updates. I'll probably just start screaming like, yeah, or no.
Oh, then that's unprofessional. I mean,
Yeah. No, see, this is not a professional podcast, or is it?
it could
I guess
be.
we'll find out.
Oh, we might be one of those laid back ones.
All right, so how's it going on your end, Terrell?
Hey, it's going good. Not a whole lot going on. A little bit of esports stuff going on though.
Mm-hmm.
See here.
Are you watching the Boston Majors with me?
I'm keeping an eye on it. Let's just say, like, it looks
Okay.
like Complexity is. They were doing Evil Genius pretty good. They were taking them to task, but now it looks like Evil Genius is slowly catching up.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, seems that way. But that's the way she goes, I guess, right?
I guess.
So you didn't catch what happened earlier, did you? With the I can't remember the guy's name. The host, he was talking to the teams, interviewing them.
No, I did not have. You told me about it pre-show, but I completely missed out on it.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest things I've seen in live TV or esports at all. I mean, I guess it wasn't that great, but I thought it was just hilarious. They I can't remember the guy's name, but he did the internationals. He's interviewing them. They're doing this game show type thing where draw a picture, have your partner guess it, and different stuff like that. And then they comes up to one and he does "What's in my mouth." This is what we're playing, right? And I'm like, okay, that's a funny name, but okay.
Yeah.
And he starts giving him cookies and stuff like that, and he's like, guess what it is, and then he hands him a drink, and this is with Evil Geniuses.
Okay.
So he hands him a drink, and they're like, I can't guess it, and he's like, well, actually, that's your sponsor.
Ooh.
I'm
Ooh.
like, and they're just like, no, that's not our sponsor, man. That is not.
Ooh.
He's like, actually. Yeah, he's like, actually, that is.
Somebody's going to get a statement in the mail, be like, how do the people we not sponsor know exactly what's going on?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny though. Like, that's not my drink, man. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was just it was a little bit of back and forth going, yeah, it's your sponsor, but we'll edit this out. And they're like, no, that is not our sponsor.
No, they shouldn't edit that. They should just leave it in there because it seems like with esports, they need to have a little more humor in their gaming and stuff. Like, I'm looking at the Boston Majors today, and I saw the casters, and it looked like it was getting ready for like a Greek tragedy theater play
Yeah.
instead of having fun.
I think it could be debated though, because let's actually jump ahead in the script and actually talk about our Counter-Strike, our casters being too critical.
Ooh, I remember hearing about that. It, like, just for recaps, somebody, I guess, made fun of a player and disrespected him and stuff. And
Now, can we actually look at what he actually said?
yeah,
Because I was reading it, and it wasn't. I don't know. I was kind of iffy on the whole thing. If you could find that, I don't know. I'm looking through, see if you can find it. But,
he said, "Yo, less noobs" to a player that missed a few sniping shots in the game and eventually lost.
That's right. That's right. And this was Smiths.
Yep.
Smiths. That's a hard word. I just say Smiths, but it's hard to say the Z's. But yeah, that was in the Counter-Strike, and I didn't think it was that bad. But there was some backlash on it. I mean, there were some tweets going back and forth, and I don't know.
Uh,
What are your thoughts on that?
well,
Do you think that was too much?
um, I don't think so, but it does cross international like language barriers, so that could be a little more harsh that someone else is saying it. He did, however, the guy that said it, Dustin Dust Moret. He was the one I guess said it, and he said, quote. He tried to walk it back. I'm sorry. He said, quote. I've done a lot of ridicule throughout this event, but I want to say from the bottom of my heart that I apologize for absolutely nothing. Smiths, you got to step up and play a good game. End quote. I think that was a lot less harsh than the yo les noobs. I'm sorry, excuse my French. Like I took it in high school, but it's still really bad.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I mean, that's a little harsh. I didn't think it was that bad, but I guess for a caster, you know. But we're gamers, you know. We're all gamers. We deal with that. I mean, we get the whole, you know, fornicating with our mother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In a lot more, you know, harsher words, but you know, I don't know. I guess maybe growing up, and I've actually grown up pre internet gaming, but you know, that kind of smack talk was pretty heavy between, you know, face to face with friends too. So I was kind of, I didn't think it was that bad, but I mean, looking at being a caster, it was kind of maybe a little bit.
I mean, like I grew up like you pre-internet, where you actually had to go to the arcade to play Street Fighter and stuff. So you heard all that trash talk all the time,
And
and
that was face to face.
yeah, and I guess like I'm okay with him criticizing him. Like I stated before, what he said in his statement that sounded a little better because he's actually criticizing his play instead of just calling
Yeah.
him a name and stuff. With a caster or commentator, even in like sports, traditional sports, is um, you got to criticize them, but try not to be name calling them stupid or idiots and stuff like that, because
Names.
it's like a lot harder than people think for you to actually go out there and play it. So
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I get both sides. Like caster, that was probably not super professional, but I think the backlash was a little bit much. But you know, I guess yeah, it all makes sense. But didn't you say you had something on the other end where they were being too nice?
yeah, certain esports they like kind of the way of saying is they coddle the players like, oh well he made a mistake and this like that, and then a couple of them, like maybe one or two of them, would just straight up just demolish them, and they're the ones that we all stick out. And it seems like with uh Dust here, he only did it once, so I usually believe, hey, if you do it once and you're fine throughout the rest of the tournament or the game or match, then just let it go. Like, it's fine. He made a mistake. He apologized for it. Just continue, because I
But
don't want to judge people on just one bad moment.
yeah, that can happen. But I think the maybe the whole backlash thing might have come because he was not that harsh, but he was still kind of critical throughout the whole, you know, match and everything. So it was that might have been it.
It
But
just could have
yeah,
been
I get you.
just
I
could have
get
been
you.
the tipping point of it. Um, and I mean, like I could understand the side to the where the people are like, hey, you shouldn't say that, because there's no like analysis to of this is why he missed the shots. He should have done this better. It's the guy's just like, hey, just make your shots into a normal person. It's like, what are you talking about, man? I don't understand this. Explain this to me why you're criticizing him and name calling him.
Yeah. See, and I'm not a caster, so I'm just gonna say, get over it, noob.
All right, fine. I'll see you later then.
All right. So anyway, I was kind of, you know, chilling on the internet, doing my thing, and I found this Olympics e-games thing. Sent you that link, and just to see what you thought of it, and I was actually like, holy crap, this is kind of interesting. Not quite up my alley per se, but still interesting. It's, you know, basically an esports Olympic Games. there's no money involved. It seems to be just medals and pride.
Yeah,
But
I'm intrigued by it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, man. Yeah, me too. I just grabbed a couple of quotes that I wanted to read on air from the site directly. But and the site's egames.org if anybody's interested. But the quotes I got was the first full e-games will be Pyeongchang, South Korea in 2018, and Tokyo, Japan in 2020. During non-e-games years, national qualifiers will be held domestically to determine each country's participants for the e-games, which actually on the website itself they misspelled countries.
That's always a good start.
Yep. And then, so it sounds like they want to do it every 4 years or 2 years. I read somewhere else that it was every 4 years, and now they're saying every 2 years. But here they had some in Rio, which you caught. I did not catch in August, but apparently that was a quote unquote 2-day pop up. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so it was a 2-day pop up. I guess it means they're just talking like 2 games because only 2 games showed up. That was Smite, and it wasn't even top tier Smite player. Well, quote unquote top tier Smite players. It was the Latin American teams division that showed up, and they didn't even do their main game mode. And then it was Smash Brothers, and I don't even think the Evo champion that just happened the month before showed up to it. But he was quoted saying it's going to be the greatest. I'm actually intrigued because the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, for the actual like traditional Olympics, are actually trying to get esports into the actual Olympics by 2020. So I don't know if they're going to do a collaboration with it or.
Personally, I think it should be split. But either way, doesn't matter.
I think it'll work though. Do you think it'll work?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they pull it off, right. As long as they do everything right, it'll work. Because I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I would watch them. I don't care for the standard Olympics. It's not my thing.
I think they're just trying to appeal to like the internet generation of the esports and stuff.
Yep. Oh, take a look. Looks like Complexity's starting to push through.
Yep, they pushed in.
This should be good.
There
I was hoping
goes.
for Complexity. I don't know why. I think it's Moo. I enjoyed watching Moo play at the internationals. So I kind of been keeping my eye on him and watching him. I do like EG, but I didn't really grasp them as much as Moo. I don't know. It's so difficult right now to get a favorite team or anything like that, because it's just a company that pays players. It's not like territorial based.
And they sometimes have issues paying the players.
That too. So
go ahead.
It's like, like my favorite team in Overwatch is Luminosity, and I was watching Gods and the other players. I can't think of off the top of my head what a great podcaster I am, not remembering my favorite team. But it's honest. Okay, get it all out right. I haven't been to bed in like 16 hours, so I'm really tired right now.
No, don't worry about it.
Make excuses, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's my favorite. Luminosity was my favorite team, and then all of a sudden, I wake up one day and then whole team is gone, and they get picked up by NRG.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, crap, So now I like the players, so now I'm watching NRG, but I also like Luminosity, so I'm watching them, and now I got 2 favorite teams, or a favorite team and a team that I want to follow, and then teams start splitting up, and then I got another 2 players on a different team, and it's just freaking ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on.
Just a quick thing on that real quick, because you had a good rant on that, and I will say it was very good rant, especially with 16 hours of being awake.
So it was pretty clear.
It was pretty clear is that you were intrigued yet annoyed at the same time about it. I don't really like it either. Like, I think it might be easier for me because I came from the fighting game community. Like, oh man, I like this person. Like, I like, you know, Daigo or Justin Wong. So it's easier for me to follow the players even if they team jump. But if you go in, like, I like Luminosity and then, like, all your players leave, it's like, guys, who should I root for? So.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I have a Luminosity hat and a T-shirt and a couple things, and it's like, well, I don't really care for the players that are on there right now. I mean, I really like the other guys that are now on NRG, and Complexity just took it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
They look. Evil geniuses look up. They look confused, really. They don't even look upset. They just look lost. Like,
we're gonna have to go back and kind of. Ooh, he's pumped. Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He's gonna start yelling at the crowd.
Oh yeah, go do it. I wanted to go to this too.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if there was tickets available, but I've been looking for a Dota 2 or Counter Strike match to go to live.
It looks like nobody's there except for the casters and players.
Yeah.
And now some random dude by himself.
Well, yeah, I've been since I'm in the Midwest. There's like nothing around me, so if I want to go to one, I have to travel quite far. I have to make a vacation of it.
Well, I mean, you'll be able to see a new city if you haven't been there before. Explore it though, so you could make a decent vacation out of it.
I have no problem with that, but it's like my mom lives in California, so she's been bugging me to go visit her, and I want to because I want to go to California. I've never been there. I've been to Arizona, but not California. So, I've been keeping an eye on anything that's within like an hour or two around her, and it's just so difficult to find something because she's in San Francisco, so I mean it's not too difficult. I know there's been a couple ESL games out there, but every time I look, there's nothing available.
Yeah, I went to San Francisco, and like you said, it's a nice place, but they don't have any in esports stuff there, which is kind of weird because it's a major city.
They've got the ESL has some not stadium
Arenas.
Man, yeah, arena. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. That's the 16 hours talking to. 16-hour brain, but yeah, they've got some arenas that I've seen. It's actually within I think 15 minutes or so of where she lives, that has had some Counter-Strike tournaments there. So I just have to catch it at the right time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I would prefer to go to Dota, but I'll totally go to Counter-Strike.
Now Dota's in Seattle, right?
International.
International
is in Seattle.
Okay.
And they actually the spring major has been announced. It will be in North America. I believe they said North America. And I'm hoping that one will be in California. Really hoping. But anyway. Oh, so speaking of ESL, so I've seen what is it? I think Buffalo Wild Wings has had their name in ESL here and there.
Yep.
As sponsors, and with Counter-Strike being on TBS the past year or so. So I'm like, all right, and I thought that was pretty cool. And Friday, just I honestly don't know what day it is right now. 100% honest.
It is Sunday.
Thank you. So
yes.
2 days ago. Like seriously, working overnights, I have no clue what day it is. I have to have a timer on my phone to tell me when I have to go to class.
Ooh.
Yeah. But so yeah, 2 days ago, Friday, there was some Counter-Strike match going on TBS about 9:00 or so at night, and me and my buddy trying to figure out where to eat, and I'm just I'm just like, hey, how about Buffalo Wild Wings? And we get there, and I mean, it's pretty packed, but every single TV's got, there's a hockey game, basketball game, football game. It's going nuts, and I don't know. I've only been to like 2 Buffalo Wild Wings, but at least the one we went to has an excessive amount of TVs.
Yeah.
Like right in like I'm sitting in the middle of the restaurant in a booth, and there's like 7 TVs if I look just straight. There's like 7 TVs in front of me, and one of them's playing like NCIS or one of those stupid
CSI, NCIS teams.
Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't even sports, so I'm just like, hey, waitress comes up. I'm like, hey, can you put some Counter-Strike up on there, since I guarantee nobody's watching CSI. And she looks at me like with the weirdest, most confused look, and she's like, we don't play that around here.
Wow.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's Buffalo Wild Wings sponsors it sometimes. How can you not play it?
Right.
And she's like, I'll be right back. So she brings her manager over, and she's like, he has a question for you. I'm like, God, what a bitch. and I'm like, yeah, I was wondering if I could watch some Counter-Strike on this TV right there. And he's like, yeah, totally. Walks away and turns it on. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
Guess who's not getting a tip?
Oh man, I would have just left the 2 cents, been like, here's my 2 cents on you tonight.
Oh yeah, I think 1 cent tip is probably worse than no tip.
Oh yeah,
because it says, yeah, you're thinking about giving a tip, but you're not giving much.
Actually, it's kind of funny. Last night, the Capcom Cup, they at the Buffalo Wild Wings, the Golden State Warriors, the basketball team, was playing in San Francisco, and they were just beating up the other team, and they actually switched it over to the Capcom Street Fighter V World Championship. Mm-hmm. So, and non-sports people are actually intrigued by it. It might have been just because of the nostalgia, or
that's awesome.
A couple of
around here,
writers did that. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, man. Around here, man, people get so pissed off. Like, I heard people around me talking like, "What the hell is this shit?" and like, "This isn't sports." But go ahead. That's pretty cool though.
No, I mean, I'm assuming it's the older generation that's like, oh man, this isn't sports. Sports, you go out there and do this and that, and then you complain about the sports players anyway. So I don't know, you're just not happy. Like, that's really cool though that Buffalo Wild Wings is partnered to do that. I think esports is coming up. It's coming up fast, like a lot faster than some people think.
Oh, absolutely. I actually just did some reports for one of my classes on esports and the upcomingness of it.
Oh, where it's just getting ready to like smash through. A buddy I know, he writes for Playboy. He's like, dude, just get writing for esports because it's going to be huge and big names are going to be looking to hire people. So,
can you get me a free subscription?
They don't do nudes, right? They're just selfies now.
No.
It's just the millennial way. I'll ask him. It's just like, hey.
No, don't bother.
No, I won't. But,
oh man.
No,
that's cool though.
But yeah, I think it's going to be big. I don't think it'll be as big as traditional sports yet. It'll still take like 5-6+ years to do that, but
oh yeah,
it'll get going, especially with like some of the ratings of like the NFL and stuff going down, and that's going up. There's going to be a passing of the torch.
Yeah, League of Legends, the last Worlds had, if I remember correctly, it was 45 million viewers.
Whew.
That's more than Wimbledon, and I'm trying to think of other traditional sports, but it beat out definitely tennis. But that's not too hard.
No.
And something else.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the NBA Finals Game 7, actually.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's right.
Because that was a huge in the sports world, and then League of Legends just blew it out of the water.
Right. And what was it the Capcom Cup last night? pulled in 110,000 viewers.
Yeah, I mean, it had, 110,000 people. So it was crazy, like, what happened.
I mean, that's not much compared to, League of Legends, but I mean, it's that there's not a huge thing for fighting games at this point.
Fighting games is just like the little brother that started everything, and then the big brother's like, I can make this better, and made it. That's what League of Legends and Dota is right now.
Right. And I don't remember what Dota's viewership was at the internationals last year, but I think Overwatch has grown pretty quick too. I think the Overwatch Open was, oh man, the final group stage I think had 150,000 people watching.
Yeah, that it helps out too that it's Blizzard helping them out. So
were they actually helping them out on that one?
The Overwatch Open, anything that's a official league, quote unquote, is always helped out by Blizzard. Not officially sponsored by Blizzard per se, but they have the backing of Blizzard.
Okay.
And with Overwatch already having the Blizzard tag on it, it helps out too.
So, I've got this class that I'm taking right now. It's business communications. Very, very entertaining class. I hope you can seriously hear the sarcasm in my voice.
It sounds like so much fun.
Oh God, yes. So, every bit of homework that we've had to write a letter or to try to get some information from a company or just different in a professional manner, and we have to submit it. And whenever I can, I've always tried to relate it to esports.
Okay.
Or gaming or something. And I did my last one was I can't remember what you call it. A proposal letter.
Okay.
And so I decided to write my proposal letter to the athletics department to bring in esports in college.
Mm-hmm.
And my professor sent me an email back after he wrote it. I wrote it.
You wrote it, read it, and then handed it in, right? Hopefully.
Damn straight, I read it before I wrote it. Damn. Oh shit. I really need to get to bed.
Okay, so let's get this straight. You read it, and then you wrote it, and then you just handed it in to yourself, right?
Yeah, yes. I really need sleep. Okay, so, no, I turned it in, and he read it, and he sent me an email. He said that I should actually send it in. So, he gave me a couple pointers on, take this part out and maybe add a little bit here, but no, please send it in. He wanted me to. So, as soon as my finals are over, I'll probably go ahead and do that.
So you're gonna go and mail it to them?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Now, you're going to a smaller school or a university?
Community college.
Community college. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Because I was going to say, out here at the University of Michigan, they're actually doing something with esports right now.
Yep, that's actually part of my proposal letter was that there are I don't remember how many schools, but there's I think around 30 or so schools that are actually have a official college esports team. Yep. And the Pac-12 has actually picked up an official esports channel or something. An actual contract with a network.
A network. They did?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which, that was another, part of my proposal and how it's growing and all that. And so, but my final project as well is I have to find a job or a career that I want to do within, anything really, and do, I don't know how long he wants it, but so far I'm on like 15 pages, and I'm not done yet. But
wow.
I'm supposed to do a full report on this career that I want, and it is in esports.
So what do you plan on doing? Like business stuff in esports, or?
No, I'm in school for IT and programming and stuff like that, and actually I found a great position that with Riot. There's one with Riot Games. There's one at Valve. There's pretty much any of the major Turtle Entertainment, which is ESL.
Yep.
But they all have different titles to the position, but they're all pretty much the same thing. But it's IT support for the actual company, along with the pro players of each team, and you also travel to each of the tournaments and set up the computers, the network, everything for the tournament, and you're there on call if anything goes down.
So with this career, you actually get enough sleep with it, or are you still going to be up working those like 16, 18 hours a day?
I'm getting ready to not sleep.
You're just going to find a way to just leave yourself on all day, just keep going.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Oh, that cliche.
Yes. No, but I think it'd be awesome, because then I'd travel to the tournaments. I'd be at live events, and I would, and in some cases it depends on, the company, but most of them that I've found so far, you actually choose what computer components to go into the pro computers and build it.
Oh, okay. That actually sounds pretty neat.
Getting some sound coming from your mic there.
My bad. All right, better?
There, yeah, that's better.
All right. So you would help out, like, like what's going on with the Boston Majors. You'd be over there. If something goes down with the computer or whatever, you'd be able to help out, right?
Yeah. That's what it'd be. I think it'd be awesome. I would absolutely love that.
How stressful do you think it would be? Like, their main event's December 7th through the 10th. So how stressful do you think that would be if something went down during that?
Oh, dude, I bet it'd be super stressful if anything happened at any event. But I honestly couldn't tell you. My report is only on the position, how hard it would be to get the position, and how much they make and stuff like that, and that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got like 15 pages just on that.
Oof.
I think my professor is gonna either really love me or really hate me.
I mean, you could take my project that I have to do, so.
I'm not, man. I have a hard time with my own. I've been working on this for 4 weeks, but it's.
It'll be worth it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. But okay, so did you hear about League of Legends signing a contract with MLBAM?
Yeah, I heard about it.
They actually signed it. I sent you the link of just the talks.
Yep.
But they actually signed it. It was $90 million. I don't know how many years, but now it's going to be on the MLB AM. Maybe it's MLBAM.
MLBAM?
Yeah.
It'll make baseball more interesting, to be honest.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, wait, no, it's Flintstones.
Like the millennials are going to know who the Flintstones are these days.
They might. I don't know. But, yeah, I thought this could be interesting. I wonder how it will change, because if this is a subscription service, I will not be watching League of Legends anymore.
I think with MLBAM, sorry, I don't like the MLBAM.
Then go MLBAM.
No.
MLBAM. It rolls off the tongue. MLBAM.
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
it's a business. Like, a lot of people think that in Riot started off, a small business, and now they're what they are now. They still want to expand and get it out there.
How
90
are
million
they trying to
dollars.
take over the fucking world? Jesus.
Well, I mean,
They already got 45 million viewers for the Worlds.
hey, the way they don't
Hey,
think that's enough, I guess. I mean,
I'm not complaining. They do need more. But okay, yeah. Okay. So my thought on it is, if it's a subscription service, bleh, I can't even. Okay, my speech is starting to go now.
if it's a subscription service, then you said you're not going to watch it at all. You don't want to pay for any of that stuff. Like,
Yeah, I don't think many people are, but I mean, because okay, so League of Legends to me, I've been watching Dota for years, like maybe 5 years or so, and then I started watching Counter Strike, and now I'm watching Overwatch, and then maybe about a year or two ago I started watching League, because I heard how big it was and how people loved it, and it's fairly similar to Dota, so I started watching it, and it's like I'm not that invested into League to want to have a subscription service just to watch League, you know?
now would you do it if it was another one that you're more vastly into, like Dota or Counter
Now
Strike?
I would say, no, I would find, okay, uh, I don't know if I can say this. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I would find illegal means to watch it if that was the case. But if they had all of, like, if they had everything on there, even ones that I didn't watch, on a subscription service, I would pay for that. Okay, because
Okay.
I just don't want to go. Okay, League of Legends, I got to go to this subscription service, and then Overwatch, I want to go to this subscription service, and then I don't want to have 10 subscription services just to watch my esports, because I already have Netflix, I already have Hulu, and all this
Yeah.
other stuff, and I don't need five others just to watch my sports. I don't have a subscription service for ESPN. I don't watch it anyway, but I don't, you
Right.
know. So if they have everything in one spot, sure, I'll do it. I'll totally pay for that. Absolutely. But I'm not doing it just for one or just for two. I want them all in one spot.
Well, with it being free, it's free now, so of course, everyone's going to get on Twitch. I don't know if they're going to just go away from Twitch in general because, well, like you said, a lot of this, the viewers and stuff are there, but maybe they'll be able to, you can view it for free on MLBAM, and then you either have to deal with advertisements, or if you subscribe, you get like a premium stuff that goes with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think their best course of action at this point right now, because 45 million people is a lot, but it's nothing. I guess, to go old school, it's nothing to shake a stick at,
No.
and compared to the Super Bowl or something, and but that, I think that's a little extreme, because people from other countries even watch the Super Bowl sometimes, but I mean, esports is global, so I guess it kind of works. But it's I think their best course of action right now is to keep it free, but have a subscription service and get extras, like maybe some skins or a character or whatever they want to do. Just give some extras if you pay for it.
Right. I mean, even for like the casual esports viewer, one of the issues is they won't want to give away those like international games or the finals and stuff like that. So they got to figure a way out of doing that, I think, because even now, like traditional sports, they're actually giving away those games for free, like the playoff games, the Super Bowl and stuff like that. You can find them for free now. You don't have to, pay for a subscription. I think League of Legends is going to have to do that, and then kind of have like a premium pass for their normal games, like their seasonal games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But keep it free for the big events and stuff.
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. I would not be okay with that if it was, well, I guess anything else. So, because I mean, Dota, I try to watch whatever Dota, Counter Strike, and Overwatch I can. If it's on and I'm free, I want to watch it.
That's true.
So, I would not be okay with. I mean, again, if it was all packed into one, like $5 a month or something, and they did that for all the esports available, then yeah, I'd be willing to pay.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of the times that's just for the hardcore people, though. So.
Yeah, that too. And a quick update: the next match is going to be LGD versus Complexity, a best of 3, and so I don't know. What do you? I guess okay. So it's really just up in the air because I don't think much of the details of this MLBAM is out yet. So.
No, you'd have to look at the contract and all that fun accounting stuff that I'm majoring in or minoring in, and I don't like it at all. So.
Yeah, I'm sure some information or enough information is out, but I mean I haven't really seen much. I've been kind of busy with finals coming up, but
it's been like leaked here and there, but all of them kind of contradict itself. Like it's not doing anything really.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to come back and revisit it once we get more info.
Yeah, like I said, once it gets finalized and stuff, but. I think it's going to change the way, like the landscape of esports. They just kind of dropped the bomb out there, and like, hey, you guys got to come catch us now. And right now, I think it's just CS:GO and Dota. Overwatch is coming, but it's still going to take a while.
Oh yeah, Overwatch is. I think with Overwatch not even being a year old yet, having 100,000 or more viewers is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and then. We haven't got much information on this Overwatch League yet, but I'm stoked. I am absolutely excited for this.
I am confused. Like he's just kind of went out there like, "Hey guys, we're gonna have an Overwatch League. Here's a commercial with Serena Williams in it, and that's it." And I'm just like, okay. Like they explain like the territorial stuff and the free agency and stuff like that, and I'm like. How are they going to afford all this, and how is it actually going to work before it becomes like a regular sport?
I think, yeah, there's not really much information on this yet either, so it's kind of like a just speculation kind of thing. But from what I'm gathering so far, it sounds like they want to make it a territorial thing, and but also kind of keep it similar to how it is right now. Where a company will have a team and pay their players just more structured, and then have that company be territorial in a state or a county or something like that. And it sounds like they want to have rules for that.
Right.
That's what it seems to me. Because right now they just had the announcement. That was it. They didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
And apparently their next step is preseason and signing players to teams and stuff, but they haven't mentioned anything about when or where that's going to happen or how it's going to happen. Nothing. They just said, hey, this is what we're doing, and that was it.
Well, maybe the good thing, like you were talking about it earlier, the issue with esports is it's right now East Coast, West Coast. Like East Coast, West Coast, Korea, Europe. So the Midwest gets the Midwest isn't getting any love.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what's really getting me a little. I highly doubt my state's going to get any type of players or teams or anything because we don't have any pro teams at all. But
well, do you have like?
And I probably just gave away where I live, but.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Well, no, because you got like Kansas, Nebraska, well, stuff like that. So. If you're one of those colleges that has an arena, then you can have an esports team there. Just take over that arena.
Yeah, there's actually a hotel near where I live. They're actually tearing down a whole bunch of old businesses that happen to still be in business. Ooh. They're tearing them down and building up a huge arena.
Like just for like a amateur team, or just for events and venues and stuff.
Events and venues, I think, and like they want to be able to convert it to, basketball, hockey, concerts, whatever. And I'm just like, you guys are stupid. There's an arena, 30 minutes north that's, gonna be. It is 10 times the size of what this is gonna end up being.
Right.
So there's no, they want to compete. They've clearly stated, but it would be cool as hell if they ended up getting some esports in there, because I'd be freaking 5 minutes away, man.
Oh, it's just a walk away for you. I got like a 50-minute drive. Like right now,
I'll take 50 minutes. I'll take anything over my 16-hour drive. I mean, I guess if I really look into it, I could have been driving to California since I was up last and been to.
That's also true. Well, I mean, okay, another way of putting it for me is I have to go to Detroit. How's that?
Ouch.
Yeah. Anyways, I think it'll work out. Like, they could use the basketball arenas of certain places and the ones that have professional. And I mean, a lot of places and states have like venues, but I feel at the very beginning, as per usual, it's going to be East Coast, West Coast. But I was talking to you about it before. Is a lot of the
your phone rang.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I thought it was on silence. Now it was on vibrate. Anyways, you have like I was telling you before. Season 2 just ended, and the top 500 players, the most came out of Korea and Europe. So a lot of people like watching those pro players, and they're also signed up to pro teams out here in America. How would that work for them? Because they do have other lives to do, and a lot of people like to watch the top tier go at it. So would we just have to be like, Korea and Europe, you guys are going to have your own in about 4 or 5 years, or they're going to find some way to include them?
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait for some rules to come out. See, because, if you look at pro players and, like sports, standard sports, they all have, I think they have to live in the state that they play for.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not sure.
Off season, they can go wherever the hell they want. But on season, they usually stay with the team. But they travel a lot, too. Like, I don't know how many games and stuff there's going to be with these guys and stuff like that, so.
Yeah. So, did you see what Bobby Kotick said about this, though?
No.
The CEO of Activision Blizzard said what we're doing is creating professional content, so we're organizing around teams and leagues. You'll have the Overwatch League, which will have a certain number of teams. Those teams will be a combination of professional sports teams as owners and endemic sports teams as owners. I mean, I'm surprised anything like this came from Kotick. I remember like 5 years ago, he was the biggest douchebag in video games.
Yeah, I Googled him on my now silenced phone, and the first thing from Kotaku is a delightful chat with the most hated man in video games. And he goes to my alma mater of University of Michigan. Awesome.
Yeah, all you have to do is type in Bobby Kotick asshole, and a lot of stuff will pop up.
Oh yeah, he seems like, he just, I don't know. I can't say it here. I'll say it somewhere else off air. Anyways, I don't understand like how he's going to get that to work, per se. But I mean, a lot of traditional sports teams are now buying esports teams, like
76ers.
76ers.
And then there's, I don't know about specific. I know there's a couple specific teams.
Yep.
There's also the players.
Yep. Shaquille O'Neal and A-Rod actually own Energy. They're majority owners. Oh, I know who it was. It was the Washington Wizards, the basketball team, and the owners of the Golden State Warriors. They have a ownership of Team Liquid, actually. So they're dipping their toes in.
They own Liquid. I did not know Liquid. I didn't know that one.
No.
Because Liquid was, they're one of the most well-known teams. They're kind of the ones that started professional gaming, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That kind of surprises me. I figured it'd be owned by the same person, but I guess it...
No, it happens a lot. Oh, Magic Johnson also. A lot of people.
No shit.
Yep. So it was Magic Johnson, and then he did that. And then, of course, everyone knows about Rick Fox and his horrible team of... I forgot the actual name of it. Anyways.
Not everybody knows, because I have no clue what you're talking about.
Rick Fox? Rick Fox, he actually bought a esports team. He just disbanded them all. He used to be a player for the NBA, and he played, with like the likes of everyone knows, like Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant and them. Hopefully, people know them, but he didn't really learn any winning mentality from them, I guess. And his team's doing horrible. He just disbanded it. So, I don't know. Like, you think he's going to be able to pull it off, Bobby?
I think he's got to have some people behind him that are actually smart.
Someone that actually knows about what's going on.
Yeah, I think he's just talking because he's the CEO.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't care. He just wants to make money.
Yeah, that's also true. They added
go
ahead.
If you look at what he said within the past couple of years, one of the quote unquote most hated men in video games, the things he said about video gamers, basically that we're idiots and all that stuff, and then now he's making a fucking, e-league. He doesn't care. He's gonna hire people to do the right thing, and he's just gonna, if he sees money in it, he's gonna go for it, which is fine. Which is fine, but still,
you just threw your thing, your whole entire following under a bus, and then just like, oh, come on, we'll heal you up after I just ran you over with this. Come on. So
yeah, see, I have no interest in professional Call of Duty.
No, nor do I. I don't do Call of Duty anymore. I've grown up, so.
Ouch. Did you just alienate like half of our listeners?
I might have.
Which is probably none. But...
like six Call of Duty guys just picketing outside of the headquarters of BTG, just like, let him go. All right, see you later.
Now, speaking of Call of Duty professional Call of Duty, God, I need to slow down before I talk. Okay, speaking of professional Call of Duty, at least on console, there is... Did you see that video I sent you of the Overwatch, professional Overwatch on console?
Yes, I did. I think it's going to take some time, as per usual. The PC master race thinks it's superior, of course. And, in a ways it is.
With first-person shooters, yes. It's way... I've tried watching, have you ever watched the tournaments of Counter-Strike on console?
Actually, not Counter-Strike. I just watched the Halo ones, but I can see how clunky it is, and that's an Xbox exclusive, so...
Okay, so with 90% or 99% of first-person shooters on console, they have aim assist, right?
Yep.
Counter-Strike on console does not.
Oh, that's not going to go over well.
Go watch some fucking Counter-Strike on console tournaments. It is the greatest thing you'll ever watch.
It's just they're so poorly done.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's hilarious. But no, Overwatch on console does have aim assist, but the the meta would be very different because the console versus the controller versus the mouse and everything. So
right.
The meta would be interesting to watch.
Well, I have it on. I play it both on Xbox and PC, and yeah, it's two completely different. Like the Xbox is more tank and support, while at least I can depend on my DPS on PC because they can aim better and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did notice the meta has been changing this last season too. I've seen a couple of pro players run 3 tanks instead of 2.
They're so strong. That's why you might as well.
Yeah, 2 because it was 2-2-2, and now it's like 3-1. I don't. It's always changing. But
yeah.
one healer, 1 DPS, 3 tanks. So.
And then it's a defensive.
Yeah, so it's getting quite interesting to see, because before it was very linear. It was always the same. It was always 2-2-2, and it was, there wasn't much variation to it. But now, now that they're doing updates and balancing and releasing new characters and maps and stuff, it's getting quite interesting to watch some professional Overwatch.
Yep, and the professionals are like they constantly are playing, so they're practicing, so they're learning new ways of just like destroying the old meta and building up their own, and then that one getting destroyed and another one getting built.
Did you happen to watch the BlizzCon Overwatch?
The World Cup?
Tournament? Yeah.
You mean where South Korea just wiped the floor with everybody?
Yep.
Whew.
Did you see the difference between the Asian meta and the American meta?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but they did play two styles, actually.
They were, the one most notable was, Bastion on offense.
Oh yeah, and he's rarely used now, no matter what. So.
Yeah, I mean he's mostly a defense, but if he's going to be used, it's defense usually. But still, it's Bastion on offense. It's like what?
Yep. I don't know. Like, just have it up right quick here. USA went with three defensive, a DPS and a tank, and then South Korea is mostly offense. And South Korea just decided to wipe the floor that first game against the US. Like, I was watching it live, and I'm just like, is the United States good? Everyone was telling me the United States was decent, and then Sweden, who actually I picked to win it, they just got mopped left and right. Like, it's.
I was quite excited to watch that World Cup because every once in a while I'll catch South Korea on Gosu Gamers, I think.
Oh, okay.
They'll do worldwide stuff, and I'll be able to watch South Korea play on there. So and they have some interesting play styles. So I was really excited to see them go head to head with the Americas and the rest of the world.
One of the things when I was watching it, like, it's just they're so good. Like, South America, I watched, the couple of players, and like you said, I wanted to see them go against the rest of the world, and it looked like they played together for their whole lives. Like, they were so fluid with each other.
Yeah, that was another thing that kind of stood out a little bit too, because they just, I'm doing this thing with my hand right now.
Oh, just a whoosh.
Yeah, a whoosh thing with my hand. I wish you could see it.
They just did the play where they showed Winston there for Korea. They put all of US in one corner and then just wiped the floor with Winston's ultimate. Just took him out.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I think
I can't do Winston's ultimate. I can never hit. I can barely ever hit one person with that.
I usually just get lucky, to be honest. Like, I'm not good with Winston at all.
How have you been? Have you placed in season 3 yet?
I haven't started. Like, what happened was I had to get a new account with Blizzard. Something happened with my old one, so I had to restart my Overwatch on PC.
Oh, okay.
It happened.
Yeah.
But I have a buddy just power leveling me to like 25 or so.
Oh, and smurfing.
Yep. Got to do it. Like, I did it once before. I'm not doing it by myself. I'm not doing it again by myself.
Whatever.
So.
Are you ready for season 3?
I'm ready for season 3. Like, it started December 1st. I'm stoked. People are already angry.
I've heard that people are more angry this season than last season, but I guess we'll find out later once, the stats start rolling in and, how many golds and diamonds there are and stuff like that.
Well, that's the issue is people are upset. Like, my skill ranking went down and, this is a joke. And it's like, no, Blizzard tried to find a way to make it more equal because they said there's too many gold and diamond players. So it's understandable. Then, of course, people are going to get mad because, I don't know, it seems to me in, like, a lot of these team-based games, it's never your fault. Like, it's always the teammate's fault.
Yeah, I need to... When I play with a team, I can do really well. And when I play, solo queue, it sucks. It's horrible. I can't stand solo queue in competitive because I always seem to get the people who don't stay behind Reinhardt's shield, who go in, they'll trickle in and die one by one, and just idiots, and then people call me out and say that I'm the bad one because I'm only doing well with a team that I work with.
Yeah.
Bull crap.
No.
Dude.
I'll
be Reinhardt.
Yeah.
I'll be Reinhardt pushing through with a shield, and everybody just runs right past me.
No.
That's not me. That is not me. That's them.
Yep. I mean, I'll call out when I have a bad game. Like, I'll put in the chat, like, my bad. Like, this game I did really bad at. Like, I'll call myself out on it. But, then I have the people, like...
You know what we should do? Because you said you were interested in playing some Dota. We should play together, and we should keep updated on this podcast our road to 20,000 MMR.
Ooh.
Ain't gonna happen.
No.
This is gonna be an indefinite podcast.
Yes, it's like, okay, so the podcast ends when we hit that goal. Nope.
I guess we got a job for life there, buddy.
20 years later.
Anyway, on that note, we are hitting the 1 hour mark right now.
Yeah. So, I mean,
anything else that you have before I get my sleep of a lifetime?
Yeah, right quick. Congratulations to Knuckle D, who won the Capcom last night against Hello Kitty Pretty Ricky Ortiz.
With a name like that, I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah, no. It was the first time though that it was US versus US ever in the Capcom Cup. So
awesome. Now I got to tell you though, I cannot wait until Tekken 7 comes out. I so hope that Tekken comes back into the pro scene.
I think it will.
I hope so. I used to play in tournaments back when the original Tekken Tag came out, and that was so fun. I loved playing, I loved watching, and I so hope it comes back.
Great stories. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be that guy that's going to be playing at EVO. I'm going to be on that main stage. And I would practice stuff at home. Got a fight stick and everything. There was an arcade cabinet a few miles away, so me and my buddy went, played.
Oh.
And then a guy comes in, he's like, I want to play you. I'm like, all right, fine. I got smoked.
Oh, jeez. I went, and because Tekken 7 was announced on PC, I went ahead and got myself a fight stick.
Nice. They are very worth it. A lot of people don't understand. It's just something you got to get used to, but once you get used to it, you're never going to walk away from it.
Oh, that's the only way I ever played Tekken Tag in the arcades. That was the tournaments I was in. It was always on an arcade cabinet. So I've always hated playing on a controller, and I've been wanting one so bad. So I finally went ahead and got it. I'm like, Tekken's coming out eventually. I'm doing it.
Yep. And now I'm excited for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I'm kind of excited. I'm like, I want to watch out for it, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is one of my all-time favorite fighters, just like Tekken Tag was. They were about even for me, but Tekken or Marvel vs. Capcom 3 just it didn't have that same sparkle to it as 2.
I liked 3. I don't know. Maybe it was just because I just go over my buddy's house and we played 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
And it was different from 2.
2 was all-time best in my opinion, but I'm definitely going to want to look at the next one, because maybe they'll take the best from 2 and the best from 3 and smash them together like a big old ball of jelly stuff, and hopefully it'll be good.
All right, man, you need to go to bed.
It sounds like it. Okay. All right, so I guess we'll sign off now. So breakthegame.net, check it out, and we will catch you next time.
All right, talk to you guys later.